Welcome to the Mo University AgShare project on the development of a module on economic role of prices and approaches to the study of agricultural marketing and performance. This module was developed by the Department of Economics and Agricultural Resource Management in a collaboration with the Collaborative Masters in Agricultural and Applied Economics, OER Africa, and Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation.
In this video recording, we will see different ways of determining quality of maize and also the buying and selling functions at various stages of the marketing system. One market segment is experiencing a surplus while the other is in a deficit area. We will first listen to an interview of a farmer and a trader in the surplus region.
Kwa majina ninaitwa Danson Chelanga na niko na shamba ekari 5.
I have a 5-acre farm. When I harvest, after harvesting, I usually remove maize from cobs. I put them in bags. After bagging, I take them to the sheller. If maize is well dried. Before shelling, maize must be well dried so that when it is poured into the sheller, it will be easy to shell, because you find that wet maize is not easy to shell, and that dirt and winnowing machine cannot remove all the dirt, and maize can come out with that dirt, and also maize cannot come off the cobs when wet. After shelling, I managed to dry that maize because it was not well dried, and drying, I managed to spread it out and dried it under the sun. There, I usually spread the maize and ensure it dries for 2 days or 3 days. I usually know when my maize is dry. When I see its weight, when I listen to its sound, dry maize is creamy, white, and that one that is not dry is slightly white. Thereafter, I take it to millers, and as a farmer, I prefer millers to cereals because I am paid on the spot and I can be able to plan myself for the next planting season.
I am a maize trader mainly. Usually, I buy from a farmer and taken to a miller most of the time. Usually we buy when wet and dry. When it is still wet, I will need to dry it to reach moisture content of 13.5.
Kuna watu wako na biashara yao kando ya moisture meter yenye tunalipa 100 shillings per test. RTT ni percentage ya mahindi yenye imekuwa rotten. Sasa tunaitoanga ndio tuuze mahindi kama iko safi. Na hiyo inatokana na mbegu. Ikiwa mkulima amenunua mbegu yenye iko haikutengenezwa kwa njia yenye inafaa.
Kwa majina wananiita Judith Ngala. Hapa ni Busira.
Here is Ebusiralo, Luanda Bunyore. We usually do maize farming, and this maize we plant for the sake of children, so that they should not admire a neighbor's maize. We just plant to be able to get breakfast when mature. This maize earlier on as from April to July. We have been acquiring it from Uganda. Uganda has been having a good price, and I feel when Uganda maize arrives, it really helps us more than this one of ours. When ours arrive, it has a bad price. Even how to sell it becomes difficult. When we buy in buckets. These buckets, we buy 5 buckets which make 42 kg tins, making 90 kg. We buy at 35 Kenyan shillings per 2 kg tin. Which gives us 1400. Then we sell at 1500 Kenyan shillings as a wholesale price. I get at 35 Kenyan shillings, and personally, after adding all my costs and bringing it here, I sell 2 kg tin at 40 Kenyan shillings. If rotten like this one here, I sell a 2 kg tin at 37 Kenyan shillings. I sell to these people passing by. Every Kenyan who passes by. We can't say we sell only to people of Luanda.
This business of maize, I have done it for 15 years. Maize from Busia are of different varieties. Now, because it is of different varieties and not originally from Kenya, it is maize from Rwanda, Uganda, Burundi, and it comes to the border, and Kenyans get it from there. And when they take from there, in most cases, Busia maize is not usually dry. Most of this maize is wet because of transport. Sometimes it is harvested and it is on demand. It comes from far. Now when it comes in such a situation, we examine it and feel it. We look at it, gauge it, touch it and see. Others we bite to see how it is. After examining, we know that this is very wet. If you take it, you will lose, or this is dry.
I am the acting regional manager, North Rift, county of Uasin Gishu. The volumes we handle per year at our Eldoret silos, we do have the Eldoret silos which we take in bulk grains, and we also have close to 24 conventional stores with different storage capacity. The smallest store carries about 20,000 bags per 90 kg. To the largest store, which should be the largest in the country, which carries about 200,000 bags. The total storage for Eldoret silo complex, that is the bulk storage and conventional stores, is about 1.4 million bags. Grading policy, which is pegged on Kenya Bureau of Standards, K1, K2 standards, which are regulated by Kenya Bureau of Standards. Then the farmers, the fairness of the policy in terms of the parameters is generally accepted. Because when we talk of the fair average quality parameters, it is a fair average specification. Grading is done through random sampling. Farmers have two possibilities of delivering their maize. One, a farmer can come to us requesting grading services. Can either send an officer to his farm. He does the grading, and he generates a report, either the farmer to improve on a certain parameter, or the farmer is given the go-ahead to deliver the maize at NCPB, or the farmer brings his maize, sample through random sampling. We do, of course, scientific grading. Then we do have standards. We have K1, K2, and then the sample is analyzed and the results availed to the farmer. And one thing which maybe it's very important that I note is that sampling is done in the presence of the farmer. Grading is done in the presence of the farmer, so that he is also in a position to see and to confirm the quality of his maize, so that there are no disputes arising when the results are in. So either the grains are rejected if it does not meet the quality specifications, or the maize. If the maize or the grains meet the quality specifications, we accept. We raised a document called a grading certificate, which maybe to add on that, even if a farmer or a dealer has gotten his grains rejected, we shall still raise a grading certificate, which is called a rejection certificate, showing why we have rejected his grains, and the farmer confirms it by signing. The grader also endorses, and the silo manager confirms.
My name is Samson Chekoma, the produce inspector, responsible for the quality inspection and gradings around. So when the farmers do the queuing outside, bring either wheat or maize, just the same way they are here right now. We do the sampling to see whether what they brought to us really conforms with the parameters that is required. For example, the foreign matters, the organic matters, the broken grains, the pest damaged grains, rotten, diseased, and discolored grains, the moisture content, the immature, shriveled, and aflatoxins are in line with what is required. So we just bring in a sample of about 1 kg, do the mixing, and then do thorough mixing. Get 250 grams to determine the moisture content. And this is simply how it is done. This is a sort of a computer machine. It's called moisture digital computer. Moisture digital computer just requires 200 grams in order to determine its moisture, the moisture content of the grains. And then you simply go there, press this button to load, and instantly you see the moisture content. We shall proceed. This sample of 200 grams times 100. You find that it comes to 0.25%. And then you go to our grading parameters. You find that the foreign matter maximum required is 0.5. So this one falls within the limits. We will then go to the second sieve. Just round holes of about 6.35 millimeters. And then do the sieving. Whatever is found is regarded as broken grains, and its limits for grade 1 is 2%. So let's wait to see if it conforms. So you find this one is 1.5 grams. So you say 1.5 grams over 200 times 100. That comes to 0.7%. Then you still check on the parameters. You find that we are still within the reach, because the broken grains is not supposed to be over 2%. then we go to a different parameters. That is the rotten, and where it's done by manual picking. Manual hand picking. These are the examples of rotten, diseased, or discolored. Usually we shorten it to RDD, rotten, diseased, or discolored. And then we do the weighing. So it comes to 4 grams. 4 grams. Same simple arithmetic, 4 over 200 times 100. So you get that it is 2%. 2%, and we are told the rotten and diseased should not exceed 1%, 2% for grade 1, should not exceed 2%. So it falls within the required parameters.
So my name is Frederick Anjala. I work with the Ministry of Agriculture. I'm stationed in Nandi North. The ministry is mandated to advise farmers at those various levels. Of course, the policies are made in the headquarters, but the policies flow down up to the very lower levels. Currently, we have what we call frontline extension staff or frontline extension workers who have the direct contact with the farmers in the field. Well, most farmers, for 1 or 2 reasons, they are forced to dispose of maize through middlemen. One, because the National Cereals Board, which is mandated to purchase the produce from farmers, it has its own shortcomings. One, they don't pay on time. 2, at times they ask the farmers to deliver the produce to their stores. And at times, a farmer has only 50 or 20 bags. He might find it cumbersome to hire a lorry, go through all those procedures to send the maize to the National Cereals Board. So in that case, he's forced to sell it at farm gate. Farm gate prices, naturally, they're supposed to be lower. So any farmer who opts to sell his produce at farm level, he has to accept the farm gate prices, which are normally lower.
From these scenarios, you can clearly observe procedures followed in testing quality of maize and how buying and selling functions are executed at various stages of the maize value chain.